Apple TV requires a separate Apple device to accept the terms of service. This week, Twitter user @HugeLGUpf posted a picture of their Apple TV, which was inoperable because it required the user to accept the terms and conditions agreement on a separate device using an up-to-date copy of iOS. I have talked extensively about this kind of error from Apple. Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't purchased enough of our products. Well, I hope you don't expect the ones you did buy to function. Ha ha! Maybe next time you should be more rich.
I was actually hoping this was going to come up from the wheel, because I was really interested how this was going to go. Someone had to try to defend this. Every time it was spanned by either of us,
I was just going to go straight after poor people. That was my plan. I was going to be like, well, they should get more money then. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
And boom.
Now we know.
Got
him. Oh, man.
I mean, I've talked about this so much in the past. As a daily driver user of one und exactly one Apple product, the AirPods Pro 2s, or are they called Pro 2? I don't even remember. Whatever, the second gen AirPods Pros. I can't keep track of their naming crap.
I am also a user of one and exactly one Apple product, and it is the first gen, just straight up AirPods.
So as a user of one Apple product, I have found myself extremely frustrated at the way that I am treated. I am treated as a second-class citizen. There is literally no way for me to update the firmware of my product. In the case of the first-gen AirPods, that was apparently a bit of a bullet dodge, given that they nerfed the active noise cancellation. But in the case of the second-gen AirPods, I haven't seen any reason to believe that that would be a benefit. And the fact that there is no way to plug that device, because they don't explicitly say that it is not supported on Android or Windows devices, and it does, in fact, work just fine. Okay, so then would you consider not providing firmware updates to be supported? I don't know. Seems pretty BS to me. So the only way to update your firmware is to be paired to an iPhone, to have it nearby, and to have them both be charging and sleeping, essentially. And then it will just happen automatically. That's not an acceptable answer. And I mean, Apple knew that once upon a time. Back in the days of the iPod, they built iTunes for Windows because they understood when you bought an iPod, you expect iPod.
Yep. Someone in Floatplane chat said that they're an Apple employee and that this is a bug, but I don't believe them.
I believe them. I just don't believe that it's a high priority bug. I think that
if there's no public confirmation, it's not a high priority bug.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that this is one of those. This is also one of those bugs that comes about from tunnel vision. Like this is a bug that exists because
that's not a bug. That would be a lack of a feature.
Because I mean, the product is developed in an environment where there's an assumption. It's kind of like, okay, I had a really awkward encounter in a bathroom once.
Oh my.
Okay.
Wow. This could go a bunch of ways. This man was at the sink to wash his hands in the bathroom, and he got all soaped up and put his hands under the sink, and like it didn't come on, and he was like trying to figure out if there was like a manual button somewhere. He's like getting right up to it, and he goes, he kind of turns to me and goes, "Bro, it must be broken," or something along those lines, and he kind of like is on his way walking out, and I go, "Oh man, I don't know." I put my hands under the sink. It immediately works. Why? Skin color? Yeah, yikes. Got it.
Because he was black.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it going,
that's brutal.
That's a bug.
Oh, yeah.
But fucking bad bug.
Yep.
That's not like, oops.
Yeah.
That's like we literally only ever considered that white skin might go under this sensor.
That's brutal.
Big yikes, right? And honestly, I see a lot of this in Apple's product development, is they just
have these complete and utter to the point where it has to be intentional blind spots.
Yeah.
What doesn't everyone have an iPhone? So this screen would have come up, and remember, this is a big company, right? Like, it's not like one person, worked on the updater or like the terms and conditions update flow for this, right? So this would have come up for many people at some point, and they all would have gone, oh, okay, so I can use my iPhone for this. And no one at any point thought, what if I don't have an iPhone? That's what happened. So yeah, it's a bug. Yeah, it's probably an accident. But you still suck.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make it better. Obviously, this is not as bad as that sensor, right? But it also is really bad, because what if your reason for not being able to have an iPhone is your socioeconomic position? What if you got an Apple TV as a gift and this is just a giant FU for not being able to afford more? That's not cool either, right? So, yeah, not cool. Not cool, not even a little. Yeah, maybe that's why Tim Cook's salary got cut. Could be it. Anywho, I think that was kind of all there was to say about that. Alex has a note in here, though. I really hate that with Apple TV Plus, the service, not the device, the video quality settings are horrific unless you're watching on an Apple device. Yeah, like that's the kind of thing, man.
Like, why is that necessary?
Yeah, back when Apple used to make their keynotes only watchable on Apple devices until after, it's like, what, you don't want to sell to people who don't already have one? What kind of
weird.
next level living up inside your own rectum universe do you exist in? Like, what is your problem? Like, it's not even that they're outside of their rights to do that. They can, but that's just whole thing to do. Like, just why? Ew.
Yeah.
Why would I buy anything from you? Why would I even talk to you? Anyway,